name's Grant, and from this setup, you might be expecting a with no singing video. No, sorry, not today. Actually, maybe today. I don't know. But I'm gonna talk about a product that I just got off of Amazon, and I'm actually uploading a video right now with Apple Sky Productions to help try it out. Not my phone or my case. It does have to do with my phone. Same color as my phone, and that is a piece of cardboard. Yeah, I know. My first review is of a piece of cardboard. It's kind of underwhelming, right? But this is Google Cardboard. This is the IAMCARDBOARD 2.0 kit. And, well, first, let me say why I went with the 2.0 instead of 1.0. 2.0 supports phones up to 6 inches. This thing is 5.5. More than that. It's just screen is 5.5. So, and the button was supposed to work with iOS. I heard that the button had been terrible on other, and it didn't even work with some Android phones because I guess the magnetometer thing didn't work. So while I'm waiting for my other video to upload, I'm making another video. Convenient. So you get the actual thing by going on to, let me find the app. So a good starter app for this is the Cardboard app. So here's a demo of the app. I know it's backwards. Oh, I can see myself. So through the actual view, I'll try to get you guys into the actual view. I have to take my case off. I have read reviews that said I would not have to because of the new design. I think it's just because of the thickness of the case. I don't know. Maybe they were only talking about people with really thin cases. Here, I'm gonna let you kind of see. Yeah, so that's what it looks like through the lenses. And then you can move your head, and then you press, well, it's a lot better actually using it in person, and I know I look like a weirdo right now, but it actually looks really cool. And my favorite thing on it is actually called Virtual Hike. So what it uses is it uses the, where is it? Yeah, that's how you go home in the app. You tilt this way and then it'll vibrate. So Urban Hike is, it will take Google Street View images, and then it will place you, there's a couple places like Tokyo, Paris, Jerusalem, Monte Carlo, New York, Great Barrier Reef even, and there's like one or two more places. But it's really cool. I like how it does it because it's like Google Street View. You know how you click to go forward and backwards? Well, instead you tilt your head on where you want to go. I'm doing it right now. And you just click the little button. Now the little button doesn't always work for some people. It didn't work for my little brother. It didn't work for my mom. So I don't know if it's just a certain pressure that you have to put on the button or what. Button's probably just being annoying. But it works. And so I got this thing for 25 bucks. And I like it a lot. It does, I read in the reviews, it's actually, what it's actually displaying is 2 of the same images. It's not even displaying different images. Now, I found people are complaining that it's just showing 2 images. I don't think that people have actually used the product because it doesn't look like 2 images. It looks like one set image, and it's so weird when you first try it out. If you've never tried out VR before, it's definitely a very, like, this is my first VR device that I've ever used. I've never gotten to use Oculus Rift or Vive or anything like that. So this is my first VR product, and I have to say, I don't know how it compares to the Oculus Rift, but it's solid for how much it costs. I got this for 25 bucks, and if you have a compatible Android phones, Cardboard listed some. I think the ones that weren't compatible were the not LG, Samsung Galaxy S3, the HTC One. So a couple big phones, major phones, are not compatible. So check for the one before you get it, and this should be pretty much compatible with every phone that has a gyroscope. So you want to check, because if you have an older phone like an iPhone 4S or 4, then that's not going to cut it, because it needs the gyroscope. That's how it looks around. Otherwise, you're just going to have this, and you're just going to be like this, and you can't really do anything like that. So you're pretty much just going to have to swipe. I don't even know how it's going to work. Because it uses your gyroscope. That's how it works. So I like this product a lot. It is one of my favorite things that I've bought off of Amazon so far, and I've only had it for a day. But when you first try VR, it's so cool. Like, it's cooler than you'd ever think. So for a starter device, I recommend this a lot. Now, if you've already used the Oculus Rift, or you own the Oculus Rift, that has a better experience. I'm just going to flat out say it. But this uses your phone, so it's a lot cooler technology, and you don't have to buy another computer. I know I was talking to a friend, and I recommended Project Morpheus because he has a PS4. But he doesn't have the right computer, because you have to have a really good computer to have an Oculus Rift. But for this, it's cheaper, because most people have a smartphone. Now, my only recommendation, and this is a very good recommendation, you might not want to buy this if you don't have a good screen. 1080p screen on my iPhone 6 looks great when it's just like this, but when you actually put it in, it zooms in on it so much that you've got to have a really good screen in order. See, it looks fine. I don't really care. I can use it. I can use it just fine, but it still looks kind of blurry. You can still see the pixels, which is, I mean, if you don't care about pixels and stuff, go ahead. This can be your thing. But like an iPhone 6 probably isn't the best option, because it has a 720, it has a little over 720 actually, P screen, and trying this out with a 1080 screen still doesn't produce the best results. So if you have a 1080p or 1440p display, go for it. Let this be your VR. Actually, it would probably be so much better on a 1440p display. I don't know how it works with smaller phones like the iPhone 6, not including the screen, but how it displays, because it works perfectly with my phone. I don't know, it probably would. It'd just be smaller. So remember, the 2 supports phones up to 6 inches, has this little foam button instead of the 2 magnetic buttons, is compatible with more phones, also compatible with iOS, and has different colors. So I also do not recommend using this thing for more than 5 minutes at a time, because I don't know about you guys, but I get a little motion sick. So it gives me a headache when I use it for 20 minutes. So know your limits, know what you can and can't do. Don't expect to be playing Call of Duty on this anytime soon. this is just a basic device made by Google. It might get more functional in the future. Might be playing Call of Duty in a couple years. But right now, this is just for people who want to try VR and don't want to spend a lot of money. It does have a great value for how much it costs, I will say that, because for $25 you can get something that is a little competitive to a $300 Oculus Rift. I think it's actually $400, I don't even know. But the Oculus Rift is made out of plastic. It has a head strap. You use an actual controller. So there's a lot of perks to both of them. But if you want a cheap intro to VR, this is the way to go. So I think I give this thing 4 out of 5 stars. Because it needs to have... It's limited right now. It has one button, and that's it. A very limited. You can't play, the games that you can play are very simplistic. I don't know how you'd be able to actually play a full-fledged game on this because there's one button. Now, if there were more than one buttons, like, I think that could happen. I think they should do that. I think there should be one button on each side because you're already holding the thing up like this. My finger already rests on one button, just make one on the other side. That would make just more... So I get that we're at the very early stages of VR and we're at the very early stages of Google Cardboard. But I just want this to have another button. I'd like a head strap to be more not versatile, but more universal. Like, I want everyone to include a head strap because I don't like having to hold it. This doesn't block out all of my parallel vision, which I wished it would. It only blocks out because I can see if I'm not covering up the sides like I normally do. I'll normally hold it like this, so I'm covering up the sides. But if I don't, I can see over there and I can see over there because that's just how it's built. It's not built to cover all of that, which I get. It's $25, so you shouldn't expect that much, but I just wish it had a little more. But it still is a great product, and I recommend it. It's amazing. I love it. So, anyway, people, peace.